Oh, our first scene with them was so great. Can't wait for more! Okay. After the dust cleared following the Hamaguri rebellion, the shogun set about cleaning house. The Choshu expedition was launched by the shogun once the Choshu domain were declared enemies of the court. Perhaps feeling they dodged the bullet, the Choshu domain fell silent for a time. Their obedience was short-lived, however, and before long their disrespect for the shogun became impossible to ignore. In order to investigate further, the shogunate decided to send an envoy to the Choshu domain. Kondo was asked to accompany an envoy sent to the Choshu to investigate their behavior. However, the Choshu domain refused to even meet with the envoy. Fed up with their insubordination, the shogunate ordered the second Choshu expedition. However, the war was a costly one, exhausting both the resources and the men from all over the domains whose morale began to falter. To add to the fire, word of Shogun Iemochi's passing shook all of Japan, and some domains even withdrew, which made the situation even dire. The second Choshu expedition had ended in a surprisingly major loss for the shogunate troops. October 1866. The pillar of the Tokugawa shogunate, which stood strong for 260 years, was beginning to show signs of instability. Alright. Okay, we're gonna meet Sen. So we can skip through all of that. Alright, so the shogunate just passed away. We're meeting Sen. Finished finding out about Okita. What's next on the docket? Is it the notice board? Might be the whole notice board incident thingy. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, we're training you. The boy I forgot! Sorry, Soma. Please don't be offended by it. I meant no disrespect. Yes, it does look like this is the notice board stuff. Alright, so which one of the things do I have to think of? I'm not thinking either of the first two? Yeah, I don't think it's the notice board or the Furies. One we stay here, one we go out for drinks. Yamazaki has never shown up either time. Oh, it is Sen, is the option I have to be worried about the most. I've only ever picked that option one other time, and that's with Shin. So I wonder what's going to happen. Do we still have the same scene with Shin, or is it something different? I was thinking about the woman who I'd met. While in the city of Kyoto, a chance encounter brought me to meet this young woman. Sen. Sen was full of energy and always showed me great kindness. She took one look at me and saw through my disguise, but even still, she didn't pry too much into my affairs or ask about the Shinsengumi. Perhaps she was just being considerate. Since I had been living at the compounds for so long, and it felt like ages since I'd made a female acquaintance. Now that I think of it, I guess I could say that I know Nagumo now as well. You really don't. People had told me that I looked like Nagumo, but if I were to dress like a woman again, I had no confidence that I'd look anywhere near as gorgeous as she does. All the girls I've met all looked like they're about the same age as me, but they were all dressed as real girls. I couldn't help but feel a little envious about how beautiful they were. I wondered if the day would ever come where I could be the girl I used to be. I'm sure they don't all have like 12 guys that would want to date them, though. So. A few days later, I'd been accompanying Nagakura on his rounds to search for my father. Okay, so we're with Shin again? I know Yamazaki didn't show up here. Okay. So I guess I just picked the other option and we don't... and we don't get points with him. He's ranting to us a bit, so instead of being understanding. It's like, yeah, that's a tough one, man. I understood where Nagakura was coming from. When big changes are occurring, you just can't help but feel left behind. That sounds like a tough situation. Nagakura gave a big nod of agreement.
Well, it's tough. But I guess I have to hang on. At least I got Sano and Heisuke with me.
That's true.
Sorry for dumping all of this on you.
Oh, no, please, don't apologize. I was feeling a similar way, to be honest. Nagakura timidly asked. Okay, so are we back around to our conversation last time? We all have problems with Ito. Alright, so let me find out about the whole notice board thing. Where are we now? Is this the potatoes? Yep. I always know when it's the potato scene. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. Then the Emperor died. Alright, so that's all happened. We're having a slow load. Is this a new thing for March? This has got to be a new thing. Or April, I guess I should say. Alright, something new's happening. The cold that engulfed the city of Kyoto gradually dissipated as the sunlight peeked through the thick clouds. On this day, Yamazaki had taken me with him to buy some medicine rather than for his usual rounds. Nice. The Shinsengumi always stocked various medicines. Normally, Yamazaki had been in charge of procuring and managing all of the different kinds, but he invited me out to share some of his wisdom. Oh, well, thank you. According to him, Yamazaki was the one who'd proposed this idea to Kondo and Hijikata. It wasn't only because I was a doctor's daughter, but I guess my actual experience helping out with my father's clinic in Edo made them optimistic. I mean, it seems reasonable. As we were walking on our way home from the shops, Yamazaki had been instructing me on the types and doses of household medicines.
Thank you for accompanying me to buy these supplies today.
Not at all. I'm just happy to learn all of this.
Thank you. That means a lot. The only person I know who is bright and qualified enough to study treatments and medicine is you.
Wow! Did you just compliment her intelligence? Wow, Yamazaki.
I wanted you to have this knowledge just in case.
Yes, of course. Just in case. Anyways, we sure bought a lot today. Oh boy, what is that? I don't know. I'll take my best stab. Antifebrile, ointments, medicine to reduce stomach pain, and more to help with digestion. Come to think of it now, wasn't there something else we were supposed to get?
Meaning?
You know, that medicine. Ishida medicinal powder. Everyone drinks it.
Oh. Ishida medicinal powder. That is mixed by the commander's family. He personally orders it.
Oh, I didn't know.
Both the commander and Saito believe in its
Efficacy? Is efficacy the right word or efficiency? Well, maybe it.
Both the commander and Saito believe in its efficacy, but I just can't bring myself to. I mean, I don't mean to say I do not believe in the commander's word. I'm only speaking from a pure medical standpoint, of course.
Don't worry, I know.
Oh.
I don't believe in it either. Well, they do say sickness comes from the heart. So if the heart believes in the medicine, then sometimes that's all it needs to work. Is this the tea shop? Suddenly, Yamazaki halted in his tracks. Huh? What's the matter, Yamazaki? Oh my gosh. I did not know I needed blushing Yamazaki in my life, but now that I have it... Are you gonna ask her out for some tea? Really awkwardly and adorably, because I'm here for it.
Oh.
Did you forget to buy something?
No. If you'd like, I was wondering if you wanted to get some odongo at the cafe over there.
Oh, you're such a sweet bean! You fell for her very quickly. Huh? So cute. I'm not trying to hit on you! You wouldn't have to say that if that wasn't true. Who put you up to it, Shimada?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hit on you or skip out on work or something. You see, when I received approval from the chief to take you shopping, he'd asked me, "Since you're taking her out, why don't you take her to the Odongo shop?" So, what do you say?
Smooth. I don't know if I entirely believe that, but that was smooth. Oh, well, if that's the case, sure. I will take you up on your offer. It was quite rare to see Yamazaki propose such a thing, but I decided to go along with it. Wow, so beautiful.
Spring's almost here. It seems like the cherry blossoms will bloom soon.
You're right.
Whenever the spring season approaches, I'm reminded of something. It was when you first got approval to go outside.
Wait, what? Time out. What? When you say spring cherry blossoms, you're like, oh yes, this brings back to mind the time Chizuru was allowed to go outside, finally. Really? Do you just think about her all the time? My goodness. Huh? You remembered something like that?
Well, yes. I have my reasons.
I wonder what he could mean by that. I stood there thinking of what he could have been referencing before he quietly spoke again.
I was watching you from the back as you went on your rounds with the other captains.
Really?
Well, I am the watch. It is my job.
Uh-huh. How closely were you watching, exactly?
It was, of course, to check whether you try to run away, and to watch what the captains would do if you ran away as a precaution. Ah, yes. Thinking back on it now, wondering what the captains would do to you if you ran.
And hoping they wouldn't kill me because you had a mad crush on her?
Would they actually go to the lengths of killing you, since we told you the secrets of the Shinsengumi? Such were the concerns. Back then they were testing you. Testing to see whether you'd escape or not. But you did not. Every time you did not, I'd feel relieved. And now I finally understand something. Even during that time, not a single captain ever thought you'd make a run for it. You had earned their trust ever since.
But Okita always says he'll kill me.
That's his favorite phrase.
I know. I guess you're right. In response to Yamazaki sharing that with me, I didn't even notice or said that wasn't fair. Oh, I didn't notice him watching me, or that it's not fair for you to be watching me. I'll say it just in case, but I'm not gonna say, how dare you watch me and do your job? You are an excellent spy, monsieur. I had absolutely no idea that you were watching from behind. He's like, oh yeah, I'm the best spy. Yamazaki, stop.
Well, it wouldn't be great if you did. My job is the watch, after all.
He gave a proud smile. Mm-hmm.
Alright, let us head home now.
Aw, we're done our Odongo already. Yamazaki stood up and looked at me.
Oh, before we do, there's something I want to tell you as the watch.
What is it?
You are no longer a person we're watching.
Oh, thanks. So now when you're staring at me in the dark, it's because you just want to stare at her? Got it.
The chief, commander, and all of the captains trust you. And as proof, they're entrusting you with managing the compound's medicine box. So, I think you could have confidence in yourself.
Okay.
Now let's head back.
Alright. Yamazaki started walking and I ran after his back. Beyond the streets, I could sense the warmth of spring approaching. I think it's the warmth in your heart for the sweet bean, Chizuru. That's what you're feeling. Adorable. Alright. What a way to end chapter 3. Well, before we start into chapter 4, how are we doing on, you know, stuff and things? 80%? We went from budding at the beginning of chapter 3 to 80%? Man, I really love this girl. Goodness graciousness. Anyway, April. Gotta chase down my sister brother. And have Okita threaten to kill me once again, because he always does, even if he trusts me. That's how he shows affection for you. Right, so based on the loading picture for Chapter 4, the next thing will be the Great Divide. So Heisuke and Saito leaving us. I'm pretty sure Yamazaki doesn't show up for any of that stuff that goes down, so we can probably skip quite a bit, unless we get another random scene, of course. That could happen too. We'll see. First we gotta get attacked by a Fury, though. I'm really gonna spend no time with Ito and Miki this time around. We're just skipping through all of their stuff. Sorry, you two. I'm not even gonna help dispose of them. Well, not Miki, I guess. Miki gets away always, but we won't take any part in the assassination of Ito later on. I'll be too busy with Yamazaki. And Heisuke and Sanan and all that stuff eventually. Alright. I guess we can talk to Yamazaki about how he feels of them leaving? Possibly. I imagine he is well aware that Saito is a spy. It would make sense anyway. Alright, skipping through all of that. Okay. And it'll be the guard for sure. Or, yeah, no. Yeah. I guess it would be the, I was gonna say, wait, the soldiers, but the only time we've seen Yamazaki is with regards to catching up to Hajime and Heisuke. So it is the guard that I have to pick. Okay. What worried me most were the people leaving with Ito. Heisuke and Saito. Would I ever get to see them again? Was this goodbye? I wanted to know what they were thinking. Were they still around? As I stood up to go look for them, I spotted Yamazaki walking toward me. Just the person I wanted to see.
Yukimura.
Oh, Yamazaki.
I heard you were injured. Are you feeling better?
Yes, I'm fine. Have you, seen Heisuke and Saito?
Todo and Saito.
His expression turned grim at the mention of their names. It was quite clear how he felt about the men who'd chosen to leave the Shinsengumi with Ito. Sorry for asking. I turned quickly to leave, but he held out a hand to stop me.
I saw them going off that way.
Thanks.
If you want to speak with them, do it soon. Once they've left, you won't be allowed to talk to them.
Yes. I will run and catch them. And I'd imagine I'd say goodbye to Saito, of all people? Although, I don't want to get too much points with Saito and get on his thing, so let's see. Notes say... want them to stay. That might be Heisuke, actually. Yeah, it's Heisuke. Okay. I'll say goodbye to Heisuke this time around. I do miss you too. You were very sweet and pure. And we went to the tea shop with you first. After all. That was cute. Alright, so they've left. Next big thing is Sen coming to visit, right? Yep, alright. Wow, we're going through this quickly. Quickly, quickly! Wonder if Yamazaki will save us during this whole kidnap attempt. Have we ever seen Yamazaki fight? I mean, he kind of fought off the people that were trying to stop us delivering the message to Toshi. But other than that, I don't think we've really seen him fight. Could be interesting. Well, we'll find out soon. After I've had my girl talk with Sen, of course. Okay. So Sen, I will tell you that I like a guy here. Yes, you're right. Okay, so now I just gotta find out which options I need to pick for this. And Shimada, I'm sorry you always get hurt. Okay, I need to stay in my room. And there he goes. Sorry, Shimada. And then... remain in the room this time around. Okay. Shimada had told me to stay hidden in the room, so I have to obey what he said. But something is definitely happening outside of this room. My hands wouldn't stop trembling from fear. Ah, there he is.
Yukimura. Yukimura, are you there?
I heard my name from the other side of the sliding door. It was a familiar voice. Yamazaki? Yes, I'm here!
Oh, you're safe. Don't open the door, just listen.
Okay, but Shimada is...
I know, but the enemy is still around. Make sure there are no lights in the room, and don't make a sound no matter what. Got it?
Okay. Just as Yamazaki had said, I blew out all the candles in the room. Just then, I could sense the air on the other side of the door change, and it made my arm hairs stand. Uh-oh. Only one guy has that effect on me.
Where is she? Sorry for the bad news. She had already escaped to a safer location. I see. Then get out of my way. No. I can't let you go beyond this point. Don't get in my way, you insect. Ugh.
Welp. I had heard a giant thud in the room when the door shook after Yamazaki was thrown. And right after, Yamazaki flew into the room. Oh dear, please don't be badly hurt, man. Go! Yamazaki! Oh.
Don't make a sound.
I'm pretty sure you would have heard me scream your name. Yamazaki stopped me from trying to leave my corner of the room by covering me. Oh. What is with this darkness? Yamazaki and I are in a location where we can't be easily spotted from the hallway. However, I could still sense Kazama from beyond the door. If we had moved, even just a little, he would be able to find us. In order to save ourselves, Yamazaki and I had no choice but to stay completely still and silent. We'll just hold on to each other then. The air was so tense that we had to stop breathing. I wasn't sure how long we'd been in the room. Eventually, Kazama seemed like he grew bored, walking away as the sounds of his footsteps grew further and further away. Did he really buy that?
Did he go?
Yes. Even though my voice was filled with relief, Yamazaki seemed much more unsettled. Aw, poor guy.
Damn it, I couldn't do anything.
No, you protected me.
It was just sheer luck that he didn't come in. But I don't have even the slightest bit of strength necessary to stall him, let alone defeat him. If only I was strong. I want more power.
Oh, Yamazaki. Don't you do an Anakin on me, I swear. I am not having any of that. After it seemed as though Kazama was no longer anywhere to be seen, I helped Yamazaki stand. He still seemed a little weak, his legs wobbling from being thrown earlier. I mean, you were thrown through a door.
You, go somewhere safe while you still can. Find your comrades.
My comrades? No, I can't leave you behind, Yamazaki.
Don't worry about me.
But you're... I mean, yeah, he's injured, but he doesn't want to be a weakling. You are also my comrade, you fool. Well, because you're my comrade too, Yamazaki. I can't leave my comrade behind. No comrade left behind! Yeah, there's that smile.
I see. You consider me your comrade.
Yes, you're protecting me. You are very dear to me. Aww.
Thank you. Well, I guess that rather than running away and risking running into him again, it may be safer for us to stay here.
Yes, you may be right.
However, what is the situation like outside?
Yamazaki peeked outside the room from a window, but he couldn't hear any more swords clashing. Is it over? However, we could hear footsteps approaching.
Yukimura, hurry! To the back!
But your injury, Yamazaki!
I'm fine. You hurry up and...
As I was shuffling to hide myself in the corner, I saw someone jumping into the room. Oh, thank goodness it's just you.
Oh, Yukimura, I'm so glad you're safe.
Inoue! Inoue took a look at both me and Yamazaki, and he sighed in relief.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine, but Yamazaki...
Oh, you were protecting her, eh, Yamazaki? Thank you so much, Yamazaki. Are you badly injured?
I'm managing. Where is he?
Thanks to everyone's hard work, we were able to drive them away successfully.
I see. It makes me happier to hear it.
If your injury is not fatal, do you think you can report to Toshi?
Understood. I am going to report on your safety to the commander. Please remain in this room.
Okay. Yamazaki and Inoue left my room and headed for Hijikata. What was most concerning to me was Yamazaki's perplexed expression before Inoue arrived. He looked almost... upset. I mean, he was up against Kazama, which was no normal feat, especially for a human. So don't be too hard on yourself, man. After time passed to the following day... Good morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning, Yukimura. Did you sleep well last night?
Oh, yes.
You don't have to lie for our sake. We can tell how well you slept by looking at your face.
Hey, you look better. How's Shimada doing?
The hit knocked him out, but aside from some bruises, he seems to be fine. He'll be back on duty soon.
Really? Oh, what a relief. And you?
Shimada wanted to apologize to you for not doing a better job.
What? I'm the one who should be apologizing to him!
Oh, morning, Isami. Uh-oh. What's happened? You don't look to be in a good mood. You've got a scary enough face to begin with, Kondo. Look, you're even scaring her.
No, I'm not scared.
No need to hide it. You can admit that you're scared if you're scared.
But I wasn't saying...
Sorry about that. I meant no ill will. Forgive me.
He gave me a tight grin, but then looked down, his face grim. I wondered what was the matter. He's acting different. Please, don't apologize. Please, just tell us what happened.
Well, you'll find out soon enough, I suppose.
He wasn't just talking to me anymore. The rest moved closer to hear what he had to say.
Nishi Hongwanji doesn't want the Shinsengumi here anymore.
They're telling us to leave, you mean?
Well, they didn't say that in so many words, but yes.
I had a feeling this day would come eventually, but now that it's here, what should we do?
The monks at the Nishihongwanji temple were imperialists and allies of the Choshu. They'd never been fond of the Shinsengumi, but we decided to force our way into their temple anyway. It was no surprise they wanted us out, but I'd finally begun to feel like the temple was my home. I was sure I wasn't the only one who felt that way.
Still, this is awfully sudden. Do you think last night's incident triggered this?
I don't have to think. I know. They don't want fighting on the temple grounds. I'm sure someone else has a hand in this too. Choshu, maybe, or Satsuma.
The ruckus last night was all because Kazama and his men wanted to abduct me. I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Not true. We came to this temple and forced them to yield to our admittedly unreasonable demands.
But what are we going to do? If we have to move, then we need to start looking for a new location.
Actually, we don't. We'll be provided with a new site, courtesy of the Nishihongwanji Temple.
What?
That's awfully generous. They must really want us gone.
Yes on both counts, which is why I decided to accept their offer. Things are going to get busy around here soon.
A plot of land was purchased and a new compound was built, all paid for by the Nishihongwanji Temple. It became the third headquarters of the Shinsengumi, the Fudoto village location. In the new location, there was a big bath where a dozen or so warriors could bathe together, and even new dojos. The new warriors were clearly excited about it. By the time summer came, the Shinsengumi had left Nishihongwanji, where they'd spent more than 2 years.